I'm Tony Little and I work for Organic Centre Wales, and a big part of our job is talking to people about organic food and farming. We do that in various ways. We've run PR campaigns, we work with schools and we work with colleges, but in this particular video we're going to focus on working with community groups of one sort or another. Now, some of the things that we are in this video we've supported ourselves, and in other cases we're just telling you about things that are already going on. Either way, we hope that it will show you the power of working with communities and encourage you to get involved.
Hi there, I'm Sam Holt and I manage Riverside Community Garden. I've been here now for 13 months, managing the volunteers, the activities and the groups that come and visit the garden. The reason I got involved is because I'm very passionate about growing, reducing food poverty in Cardiff and enhancing people's skills and knowledge of sustainable growing techniques. Initially the garden opened as very much an outreach tool for Riverside Community Market Association, who had a farmers market in Riverside. It was an outreach tool to try and improve the knowledge and the skills of people from Riverside and a way to give back to the community. There's something unique about Riverside Community Garden. Unlike some community gardens, we're not a niche project. We're open, our doors are completely open to anybody who wishes to get involved. So there's a really good social aspect around it. You're mixed with people you wouldn't necessarily mix with in everyday life. It's a very relaxed and calm environment. There's plenty of opportunity to learn different kinds of skills. We're quite established. We've been going 9 years now, so we have everything from growing to building, sustainable agriculture, horticultural lessons, and just so many different broad array of activities for people to do that they just enjoy. There's always something. People get to follow their passions and what they're interested in. There's always enough things for them to get on with.
One of the most effective ways to work with communities is to link up with existing community groups, such as transition towns or perhaps housing associations.
I'm treasurer of a fledgling transition town group in Abergavenny. We've been going about a month now. Our brief is to encourage resilience and sustainability and awareness of issues around those points within Abergavenny and get people working together towards a more sustainable environment and community here. We haven't initiated groups as such. We have picked up on groups that are already working within Abergavenny, and perhaps I can mention some of those. One is a very vibrant orchard and community food group, which is headed up by Laurie Jones. Unfortunately he couldn't be here today, but he has been very active in getting the attention of the council, bringing people down from Incredible Edible in Todmorden, and they have produced, or they have set up an orchard near the meadows, the Castle Meadows in Abergavenny, and that's thriving, going well. They have also initiated growing around the town in various green patches, made contact with the council, who is in fact very supportive of those movements.
Taff Housing Association got involved in 2010 as a direct response from tenants who felt they needed somewhere to grow vegetables, flowers, soft fruit. The idea being to reduce their bills, get healthy, meet more tenants, and generally be part of a growing community. What's nice about it, everyone gets on, people grow different things, they grow different ways, but they always get something out of it. They go home sort of healthy, happy, rosy-cheeked, with bags full of vegetables. It keeps, as I say, keeps the food bills down, it's good for the social interaction, and generally the sort of the well-being of our tenants, I think. And it's a good way of Taff Housing showing that we can do something different. It's not just about housing, it's about the people behind the housing project. So
some of these community groups will organise community events. Bringing people together over a meal is a great way to talk about food, and it can also be a springboard to developing other community issues around transport or energy or fuel perhaps.
We have plans to take part in a community meal up in one of our primary schools, and there we hope that we'll encourage parents to come and do the cooking, to bring their children, And again, we'll have a food quiz leading on to a discussion about the issues around food for people in Abergavenny and what it's likely to mean in the future.
Other events can help to build capacity, such as building a clay oven. Okay, so what do you think people have learned today by building the cob oven?
Quite a lot. Building a bread oven has brought a lot of understanding of natural material, and people learned also how to work as a team. I don't mean that they've not known how to do that before, but it emphasizes it a bit better, because in this process it's working with different abilities and different age groups and different professionals.
The health benefits of getting involved in community food projects are well researched and well documented.
Tell me a bit about why you decided to do some gardening.
Well, when I came here in 2012, I lived in Roth. I didn't have a garden, and when I joined TAF in 2009, we started pestering Steve and Annette if she could or if they could find us something, because we are sitting and rotting at home doing nothing. So when this came up, we were very joyful, because we had nothing to do. Some of us, we have retired, and we were sitting around the tele doing nothing, and our life was just deteriorating.
Samuel's been involved in the Growing a Healthy Older Population programme with Cardiff Metropolitan University. He's been part of a sort of year-long study. They've measured his health benefits, seeing about his breathing capacity, how far he can walk, grip, stride, and it's proven that his time in the allotment has actually helped him. He's in his 60s, and he's probably as fit as a man as in his 30s.
I think more now because of the organic side of things. I'm very concerned about pesticides and weed stuff, herbicides, that's the word, isn't it? Herbicides, and how they're getting used in our food. As I run the charity as well, I'm very concerned about what children are learning about that. The children we work with are being home educated, and they're very much aware that food doesn't come from supermarket shelves and that it is grown, but a lot of them don't get access to places where they can actually see the practicalities and learn about organic gardening. So they come down here every week, they learn how to grow their own food, they get to take it home to cook it, to eat it, and they learn the science side of things.
Up to now, we've focused on communities in towns and in cities, but what about linking urban communities to producers in rural communities? This is the idea behind community-supported agriculture.
Our CSA is a model of production where the risks and the benefits of farming are shared with the farmer. So as a member of COCA, I'm not the farmer, I'm a member, I buy the vegetables, I pay at the start of every month for a share in the vegetables, and that's a share in the harvest every week of the year. So if the farmer has, if Kaz, our grower, he has a bad year, then I will pay anyway, because I'm sharing the risks with him as well. I get to come down here to this beautiful farm every week, and I get to harvest the vegetables with the other members, with families, and meet people in St David's and around that I would never have met otherwise. And it's a really sociable thing to do, just to be on the fields, working together, weeding or planting or harvesting. This is a great spot here. And actually it's a privilege to know the Miles family who farm here, because they're great people and they work really hard. And I have a much clearer understanding of just how hard work farming is. Was there anything in particular that you wanted your kids to get out of being part of COCA as they're growing up?
I think I want them to learn about where things come from and how things sort of develop and grow, and how, especially vegetables as well, but not just that, but other things as well. But within COCA, the vegetables, how they grow, they develop, and where their food comes from, so they don't just go to a supermarket and get it out of a packet with a lot of waste that goes with it and all the packaging, that they're actually learning how it grows and they get to enjoy it and eat it. And we've had so many more vegetables than I'd ever have bought from a shop, and we've come up with different ingredients and recipes that they've got much more of a varied diet because of it. So yeah, my child surprised my parents when he knew what a mouli was. So that shocked them. So yeah.
And Has it been a valuable experience for you? Would you recommend it to other young families?
Yeah, I would recommend it to other young families. It's really important as a group to be able to get together and get the children out and enjoying it. And I think the more children there are, the better they behave as a group, really, because they can enjoy things more and stay there and don't wander off. And yeah, I think it's really good for children.
These are great as standalone projects, but how about if we could bring all of those things together and coordinate them? This is the idea behind things like food charters, which Cardiff City and Gwynedd County have already developed and signed. And these aims to give people access to more local food, more sustainably produced food, and benefit local economies. Cardiff has gone one step further and is one of only 6 sustainable food cities in the UK. And that means linking procurement, linking education, and basically getting everybody access to better quality, more sustainable food. At the end of the day, we're all human, and humans are social animals. And the reason that we live in communities is because together we can achieve things that we never could individually. And that's why working with communities is so powerful and so effective.